Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to do something a little different. Normally we do the 4 ingredient type meals, but today a friend has asked me to do Blue Apron, which is a company that brings your food, leaves it on all the ingredients in this box on your porch when you come home from work, usually a Friday. Your food is sitting there in the box with ice packs inside to keep it cold, and you have all the ingredients for 3 separate meals, and in this box contains $70 worth of food. So a little more expensive than 4 ingredients meals that we're preparing, but I thought I'd give you another option to see if this would help you become a better chef, if you can afford it, that is. But we'll see what it's like. So we'll be doing a Blue Apron meal today, and well, let's get into this box and see what meal we have to choose from today. Okay, so we unpacked the food, the ingredients, and on top was the West African peanut chicken with sauteed kale and rice. So that's the one we're going to do first, since the ingredients for this was on top. So, and then all the ingredients that they put in the box are right here. And then on the back it gives you your 6 steps to making your dish, and we'll go down each step just so you can see how either simple or complex it is to make. And this should take us 15 minutes prep time and 45 minutes to cook, and this ingredients here should serve 2 people. Alright, let's go over the ingredients. So we have the Jasmine rice, which is a 1/2 cup. We have the 3 garlic cloves, which we'll have to chop up. We have the scallions, 2 of these. We'll chop those up. This is your chicken. So there's 2 thin slices of chicken in there, 1 for each person. And this is your kale, and we'll have to cut that up a little bit. And then they call this the knick-knack for the chicken, peanut chicken. And so in the knick-knack is a teaspoon of peanut butter, an inch of ginger, and a tablespoon of white wine vinegar, and West African spice blend, and coconut milk powder. So that's what's in this bag here. So, and also, in case you do get this, and it's summertime, they have 2 of these. These are ice packs, which are packed into the box. So if you're at work when they deliver it, this will keep it nice and cold. And they have foil or insulation in the box. So today's menu will be the West African peanut chicken. So that's what we're going to work on today, and see how that turns out. Again, this meal for 3 different meals that serve 2 people each, which is a total of 6 meals, costs roughly $70 to have the ingredients and everything delivered to your door once a week. So every week, $70, you'll have 6 meals delivered to your house. Alright, so let's get started. We'll take off action number 1 in the preparation and prepare the ingredients. We'll wash and dry the fresh produce, pretty much everything here except for the chicken. We'll peel and mince the garlic, and we'll remove and discard the kale stems. We'll cut that up and get the leaves off of the kale stems, and we'll peel and mince the ginger. And we'll mix that all up into a bowl with peanut butter and a half a cup of water. All right, so we're gonna do number 1 right here. Those are the steps for number 1. Okay, as I cut up this kale, I wanted to show you a little trick that some people forget. You have these, if you have one of these knife boards like this here, usually comes with a pair of scissors that go right in here. And you take those out. This helps for cutting up stems, and it's going to be helpful for cutting the garlic and doing this a lot faster for me than it is for using a knife. So, and then when it says cut off the stems, you just cut it like that. And then if you need to chop it up smaller, you just cut it, you know, like you do anything else. And you just cut it up. So I just want to show you that shortcut that might help speed things up as we get this kale prepared, and we'll move on to the next item. Okay, so we have prepped, we have prepared the ingredients. So we got phase 1 done. We have cut up the stems off of the kale. We've chopped up the garlic. We've chopped up the ginger. It came with a pack of peanut butter with a 1/4 cup. Well, yeah, it didn't come with the water, but we brought the water. So we mixed that up, the water with the peanut butter. It came with a pack of coconut powder milk, so we mixed that with a 1.5 cups of water. Came with 2 scallions, so we cut the roots off, threw the roots away, cut up the green part down to the white part. So this is the green part, and then we separated them with the white part. Now we're ready for the second phase, which is going to be a separate pot, boil rice, the rice in a cup of water until it's ready. So we've done that. So here goes the rice. Don't that look good? You season and pepper it, salt and pepper it to taste. So this is phase 2. Now all we have to do is add half of the ginger to this rice, and half of the white wine. So half of this here we'll add to the rice with half of that. Then we'll be on phase 3. All right. As we prepare for phase 3, we're going to get the chicken breast ready. So you're going to want to get your chicken out, wash it off, salt and pepper both sides, as you see right here. And then we're going to fry this up for maybe 6 minutes on one side and 4 minutes on the other side on medium-high heat. All right. Speaking of that, you probably should get a cast iron skillet such as this. If you don't have one, you should probably get one. These are really great for cooking, better than Teflon pans. Now you don't want to use spray on for non-stick spray or anything like that on these things. You want to use vegetable oil, canola oil when you're trying to keep things from sticking. And make sure it's a pre-seasoned pan. I'll have the instructions on how to pre-season your pan at the end of this video. But don't just buy this unpre-seasoned and wash it, because it will rust. And then your pan will be all rusty. So make sure if you don't have a cast iron pan, you get one. And you can get one for like $20 at Walmart. That's where I got this one. It's a 12-inch cast iron pan. So now we're going to prepare to cook the chicken. This is phase 3. We're halfway through. There are 6 steps, and and the rice is on very low, so it's already done. and waiting for me to quit talking and get this chicken cooked. Okay, while the chicken is cooking, we're going to cook the first side for about 8 minutes. Flip it over and cook the other side for 4 minutes. Then we'll take it off the stove and put it on a plate. And then we'll put the kale into the pan with the garlic, and without washing the pan. Do not wash the pan. Use the stuff that's left in it. It's called fondue, or not fondue. It's called, what is that stuff called? It's called fond, F-O-N-D. We'll leave that in there and cook the kale with the garlic into that while the chicken will be resting on a plate. Okay, I want to remind you, you're cooking like 8 minutes on one side, so set your oven timer to 8 minutes so you don't overcook. And then when you flip it over, set your timer to 4 minutes. So that you don't overcook the other side. Just remember to use the stove timer. Use all your weapons in the kitchen to make your meal taste right. Alright. So right now, while the chicken's cooking, we are and the rice is resting, and we're going to prepare the kale with the garlic. As soon as the chicken's done, we'll put that into the pot, into the pan. And remember, you should get a cast iron skillet. You should get a cast iron skillet. Okay, so the chicken is just about done. We're going to take that out of the pan and put it on a plate and let that rest for a minute. We've mixed the garlic in with the kale in here. You might see some of the garlic in there. We mixed it all around in there. And we're going to cook this in the fond of the chicken that's in the skillet for 2 minutes. Then this is a half a cup of water with salt and pepper. And then we're going to pour that in there and cook the kale with that in there for about another 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and take the chicken off right now. And like I said, when you have set time for things to be on the stove or in the oven, use your timer on your oven. Okay, at this stage, we're on stage 5 of the 6 steps. So we have the chicken that should be resting on the plate. You have your kale with your garlic in there that should be resting. And you have your rice that should be resting. So the last part is the sauce. So now all we need to do is make the sauce so that our meal, remember, will look like that. Alright, so we're almost there. So after you finish the kale and put that on the plate as you just saw, now you want to clean out that pot or that skillet. And then you're going to prepare these last ingredients to make your sauce. So you got your peanut butter mixture with water. You got your white scallions. You got your green scallions, the top part, the bottom half. You got your ginger. And you got your coconut with water, coconut powder with water. And you have your white vinegar, just a half a bottle of that left. And your West African spice blend. So with those ingredients, we will use those to make this sauce. Okay, so what we just did is in the same pan, in the same skillet we've been using, we added 1 teaspoon of olive oil, and the heat is on medium-high heat. We're stirring with 2 minutes, so 2 minutes this timer should be going off. We added the ginger, and we added the white bottoms of the scallions, and then as much of the spices of African spice you want to add. I added very, very little because I don't like my food that spicy. So now we're getting ready to go in to add the peanut butter mixture with the coconut mixture, and we're going to whisk that around in the pan. So that's what we're doing. We're still on step number 5. but we're just about done. So that's what it should look like as it's cooking in its final stages. We're going to let that cook, and it should thicken up. Your sauce should thicken up, and you're going to spoon that over top of the chicken over and over for about 8 minutes. And then we'll see what the final product looks like. But we're just about done. And as you can see, this is an a cast iron skillet and 12 inches in diameter. And see, it has plenty of room for, even if we were having serving four, it would be plenty of room in the pan. And this is a great kitchen staple that you should have in your kitchen. Just saying. Well, there you go. Final step is complete. You have your West African peanut chicken with sauteed kale and rice dinner. This serves one right here, of course, but the meal itself, the ingredients, serves two. This here, what you see, is about 750 calories. So if you're thinking of eating the whole both servings yourself, you know, it's like that's over 1,400 calories. So we have the kale and the chicken and then the rice. And it should look something like this. So it could be spicy. I didn't use all of the African spice. Let's see where that. So if you have, if you need to make up with your wife or your girlfriend and you like to make them a meal, this may be the way to go. It's fancy, it's different, costs about the same as much as going out to dinner, but the effort behind it, I'm sure they would appreciate it. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Next, we have another Blue Apron meal to do, since there was 3 meals in that box. So we'll do the second meal next week. Thank you.